See, is this thing even recording? Oh wow. Well, I guess it's recording the video now. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, my name is Shalom and this is the Dreams and Ambition podcast where I'll be sharing my journey as a athlete, as an entrepreneur, as a father, and as a West African immigrant to America. I am currently in Los Angeles, and um, it's kind of like quarantine time. I didn't expect to be in Los Angeles, um, and I'll share a bit more about that. But I moved to the United States a long time ago, and I eventually moved back to West Africa. But I am here in Los Angeles now, and so I was able to build a business here in America and a business in West Africa. And so I'll just be sharing some more about those businesses, about how I did it, and and kind of just share and teach as much as I can along the way, um, and hopefully enjoy this journey. Give a lot more insight into you know who I am and what I do. So, the main things I will focus on, like I said, is who I am, what I do, where I'm from, some of the things I'm doing currently, and what I'm doing in the next few months, and share a bit more about why I'm here and sharing with you, and hopefully this is as valuable to you as it becomes to me. And I've just been reflecting a lot, and so I now feel comfortable at this stage to 5 years into I guess I'll be sharing a lot more about the last 5 years. There's a lot more that's happened obviously in my life longer than 5 years, but I will focus more on the last 5 years, which have been the most developmental years for me, personally and in my business. So as I share that, I hope that, it, helps someone else, inspires someone else, and hopefully you learn something. I would like to, you know, um, obviously gain something out of this as well, which is to um, give back, reflect, appreciate, and continue to grow through this journey. I have certainly put in a lot of time into what I do, and I am proud of it. Now, definitely didn't come easy, and that's part of what I'm sharing. I definitely want to share the bumps in the road, how to get past those hurdles, and how to continue growing. Hopefully, you can see that through my journey, and as I share some of that, you'll get some insight into my story. Again, as a West African immigrant moving to North America, those it's quite a big change, and so I know this. I'm part of the African diaspora, right? The Afro-Caribbean diaspora. And, I know that some of the things I share will certainly relate for a lot of people and, my clique. And, I hope that for anyone who's even attended some of my pop-ups in the past or engaged with anything I've done online, that over the last decade, um, I have tried to sort of be a voice for the diaspora and help build a bridge between West Africa and the diaspora. And so that's what I've invested a lot of my time into, and who I relate to and who I connect with. And you'll see that in almost everything I do. And so, yeah, this is the Dreams and Ambition podcast. My name is Shalom. I started Dreams and Ambition in 2010, which was 10 years ago. Um, it's more of a slogan now for me that helps me stay motivated, reminds me of my purpose, and has helped me grow in everything I've been successful in over the last 10 years. But it definitely has been a roller coaster of a journey. So I'll share that, journey of what Dreams and Ambition has meant to me over the last 10 years, how I've used that slogan to turn it into a business, and I've done that for the last 10 years. And so I hope that as I share, you can be inspired to follow your dreams as well, and with ambition. And the principles in Dreams and Ambition are passion, purpose, persistence, and patience and perseverance. And those things are the principles that have helped me in my journey over the last 10 years. And I'm sharing that more publicly. Some people have known about Dreams and Ambition the last decade, mostly people who've been close to me, who went to college with me. But 10 years after college, I've been able to turn this thing into a business and into a lifestyle that I still live daily. And more than anything, that's really what it has become for me. It's been a lifestyle that I've been living for 10 years, and it has done me well. Dreams and Ambition, DNA for short, has been, it was a vision for me 10 years ago, and I just pursued it with passion, with patience, with persistence, with discipline, dedication, and discernment. And, for anyone that has a dream, that's what it takes to make it come to reality. I still have a lot of dreams, and, I'll share some of those, and you'll see me as I go through them. Like I said, there's a lot of hurdles, and have been a lot of hurdles for me along the way. And I want to share some of those as well, so that, for those who don't have a lot of insight into who I am or my life, it will certainly help you understand a bit more about definitely who I am, but also why I do the things I do, and how I do them. So, more than anything else, I think that will certainly highlight that aspect of who I am through sharing. And along this journey, I hope to, like I said, share a lot of insight and show you guys some of what I do, how I get it done, the people I get it done with, be a part of some campaigns, and see how this ecosystem of the diaspora has been my focus audience here in the States and in West Africa. And I started doing that at a time when no one really, focused on the African diaspora in terms of marketing to them, in terms of servicing our needs. And I started focusing on that, years ago, through the health and beauty industry, through technology, through agriculture, and I'll show you exactly, those things. But even here in my house, you can see that I have those shields on the wall, some art. Well, but those are things that along the way I'll highlight some more of my, Africanness, share some food and my culture, and just share who I am. And, I know the accent can throw a lot of people off sometimes, but I immigrated from northern Nigeria and to Southern California. And so I stuck, but I came in my teenage years. So it wasn't like I came as a small child. It wasn't like I came as a small child. So I'm still very mentally and culturally Northern Nigerian in every sense of the way, except for the fact that, my accent kind of lets people know that I've been out the country or lived somewhere else. But yeah, so I am a bit nervous doing this podcast, but also I guess it's more the nervousness of this being, some of the first episodes, and doing it both on audio and video is kind of different. But along the journey, hopefully I'll introduce some people on the podcast, maybe after some time. I want to speak a bit about myself first, get to have you guys know a bit more about myself, even for those who think they know me or went to school with me, or, I don't have a whole lot of friends, to be honest. I know a lot of people, but, I have a very small circle of friends, and, so the things I'll be sharing and more of what I'm sharing will be new to quite a lot of people. And that's okay. The point is to try to get to know me a bit. You get to know me, and then as you get to know me and see the things I do and how I do it, then perhaps we'll start having some people as guests to elaborate on certain things that perhaps I'm not as well versed in, or something that just complements the whole podcast and can add value to what we're talking about. But you can visit dreams n the letter n ambition.org, and check out other episodes of the podcast or other stuff that I have on there. I try to just put things that inspire me on there and share different things. I have been, over the last 5 years, able to do pop-ups to complement some of the things I'm sharing here online. And these pop-ups have been panels and day parties where, I bring people on a panel and they share quite a bit. It's insightful, things of value. You get to network with people in person, and it's turned out to be, pretty successful. And I typically do it once a year here in Los Angeles, and I've done it for quite a number of years, to a point where I started getting other brands who, would collaborate and sponsor some of the events. And so you can see some of the videos from past events on there. You can see, upcoming stuff, if we have any, on there. And it'll just be a platform where you can find some of this stuff existing on there. And this is just raw, is uncut. And this is just pretty much how I'm going to post it and send it. And, if you like it, great, share it with someone. I would love to continue building a community within this diaspora where we can grow and build and network, not just in America, but across in West Africa and other parts of the continent, and across the world. But there's a lot of diasporas in almost every continent in the world, and it's good to connect with people. We share the same, no matter where you go, we share the same types of foods, and I'll share some of that as well. I eat. I'm very African. I eat African food. I'm born and raised there, so what can I say? But yes, this is the Dreams and Ambition podcast, and I hope you enjoy it. I will enjoy it as well. I'll keep them as short as I can. We're pulling up on 15 minutes here, so I'll just leave this as the intro. And again, if you like it, wherever you're listening to this, subscribe or share, or leave me a note. Let me know what you think, and we'll be talking about quite a few things. So, Dreams and Ambition, the podcast, part 1. And that's that. Man, why did I cut this thing up? Every day something is just breaking on me. All right. Let's see. All right, so I think we're done with that. Let's see.